Welcome to your free English lesson. This series will focus on modal verbs. There are two intended learning outcomes for this lesson. 1. We are learning the basic rules of modal verbs. 2. We are learning that modal verbs are auxiliary, helping verbs. It is important to write when you are asked to. It helps you to learn. You can use a whiteboard, but ideally, a notebook would be best. That way, you can keep a record of your learning. Modal verbs are helping verbs that show ability, possibility, permission, advice, or obligation. Modal verbs do not usually work alone. They help the main verb by adding meaning. Examples of modal verbs include can, which expresses ability. She can swim. Could, which expresses possibility. It could rain later. May, which expresses permission. You may leave now. Might, which expresses possibility. They might come later. Should, which expresses advice. You should study. Must, which expresses obligation. You must wear your seatbelt. Will, which expresses future intention. I will call you tomorrow. Would, which expresses the conditional or polite meaning. I would help if I could. An important rule to remember is that after a modal verb, we use the base verb. We do not use to plus the verb. Can go, should study, must leave. These are correct. Can to go is incorrect. Should to study is incorrect. Must to leave is incorrect. Modal verbs are special helping verbs. They are followed directly by the base form of the verb. Here are some sentence examples. The structure is subject plus modal verb plus main verb. I can drive. She could help. You should study. We must leave. He will walk. They might visit. It may rain. Look closely. There is no to after the modal verb. An older modal verb that is not as widely used as it used to be is ought. It means should. It is a good idea and is morally or socially correct. It is followed by to plus the base verb. You ought to apologise. We ought to leave now. People ought to recycle more. Ought to is much less common now. Native speakers usually say should. You should apologise. We should leave now. People should recycle more. To form questions with modal verbs, put the modal verb first, then follow with the subject and finally the main verb. The structure: modal verb plus subject plus main verb. Can you play? Should we start? Could she help? Will they come? It is important to note that the auxiliary verb do is not used in these questions. To make negatives, add not after the modal verb. The structure: subject plus modal verb plus not plus main verb. I cannot swim. He should not shout. We will not win. They must not run. She could not leave. Most modal verbs use two words in the negative, but cannot is special because it is usually written as one word. Contractions are shortened forms of words. We make them by joining two words together and removing some letters. Modal verbs can contract with both subjects and not. I will, I'll. She would, she'd. We will, we'll. Cannot, can't. Should not, shouldn't. Will not, won't. Will not becomes an irregular contraction, won't. Full forms are usually used in formal writing. Modal verbs do not always have one meaning. The meaning changes depending on the situation, the speaker's intention, or the context. For example, can talks about ability, permission, or possibility. She can swim. This expresses ability. Can I leave early? This expresses permission. Accidents can happen. This expresses possibility. Traditionally, can was not used for permission. May was the grammatically correct word to use. May I leave early? Over time, can for permission has become widely accepted and is now considered standard English in most contexts. Here is another example. Must has different meanings. You must wear a seatbelt. This expresses obligation or a rule. She must be tired. This expresses a strong guess or certainty. The grammar is similar, but the context changes the meaning. Underline the modal verb in each sentence. 1. I can speak 2 languages. 2. She should finish her homework tonight. 3. We might visit the museum tomorrow. 4. You must wash your hands. 5. They will arrive soon. 6. He could play the guitar when he was young. 7. Students may use dictionaries in the test. 8. We must leave before dark. 9. You could try again tomorrow. 10. She would like some coffee. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. I can speak 2 languages. Can is the modal verb. 2. She should finish her homework tonight. Should is the modal verb. 3. We might visit the museum tomorrow. Might is the modal verb. 4. You must wash your hands. Must is the modal verb. 5. They will arrive soon. Will is the modal verb. 6. He could play the guitar when he was young. Could is the modal verb. 7. Students may use dictionaries in the test. May is the modal verb. 8. We must leave before dark. Must is the modal verb. 9. You could try again tomorrow. Could is the modal verb. 10. She would like some coffee. Would is the modal verb. Here is an extender for anybody who would like a challenge. Rewrite each sentence using contractions. 1. I will see you tomorrow. 2. She cannot drive yet. 3. We should not be late. 4. They will arrive soon. 5. He could not finish the race. 6. She will call after work. 7. I could not hear the music. 8. We will clean the room later. Pause the video. The next slide contains the answers. Check your answers. 1. I will see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow. I will becomes I'll. 2. She cannot drive yet. She can't drive yet. Cannot becomes can't. 3. We should not be late. We shouldn't be late. Should not becomes shouldn't. 4. They will arrive soon. They'll arrive soon. They will becomes they'll. 5. He could not finish the race. He couldn't finish the race. Could not becomes couldn't. 6. She will call after work. She'll call after work. She will becomes she'll. 7. I could not hear the music. I couldn't hear the music. Could not becomes couldn't. 8. We will clean the room later. We'll clean the room later. We will becomes we'll. Thank you for joining into the lesson today. I hope you now feel confident using basic modal verbs and their function in sentences. Please like and subscribe for more lessons. There is a lot to learn, so don't give up. Keep believing in yourself and you will learn. See you next time. Bye.